It's been a while. Quick update. What I've learned. Can't really do everything. Don't have time. Just going to go over what's happened this week. And, just kind of show off the short-term strategies that I've figured out for the Iron Chain. I'm calling it the Iron Chain now as part of the Iron Dragon Conduit because the Iron Chain has basically changed a lot. So if you check this out, it's a chain of Iron Condors. So the main ones are down here. These are the long-term ones. They're heavy. They're very wide. As you can see, this one is, I don't even know, 30 wide, 34, whatever. It's very wide. 30 plus wide. Not quite 40, but like 31, 32, $33 wide. They're a lot wider than anything else I'm doing. Because of that, it's all been positive. None of them are even in danger right now. SPY is trading at 429. It's right on target with all of these big Iron Condors here and down. This one's only +1 or +2 because I don't actually know. It's definitely on target. I think it's newer than the others. Kind of doesn't make sense, but point is, next week I'm going to complete the Iron Condor chain for the long-term strategies, which are these 5. And it'll be a chain of 6. And after that chain is completed of 6, after that, every single week, I'm going to have a big condor ready to be cashed in. They're going to mature one after the other, and I'm going to close one. I'm going to, after that, I'm going to be able to open a new one. So I'm going to cash in one, open a new one every single week. Now, in case you're wondering how we do that, let me show you. And I'm going to just focus that. So how do we open these big Iron Condors? They're the 45 days to expiration. So let's say today is the 19th. So November 19th is roughly 30 days. So 2 weeks after November 19th is going to be December 1st. So November 19th, give or take. So then that's the Friday after November 19th. So this is kind of, roughly speaking, 45 days after. So 6 weeks long. That's how long these are. The time gives us a wider spread. And this is kind of the original method. This is what works. The idea is 16 to 30 delta. 30 delta is going to be in the 70s. So something like this, 31 delta. That's too risky. So 30 delta like this one or anything above. I like to go closer to 25. So this might be around 25. And it's going $5 deep. Now, because of the way this works, see how there's no 51? Because of the way this works, I'm essentially forced to hit 5s, which is fine. Actually, this doesn't work here either. So anyway, this just shows how if you've already made a condor, you're going to use up the spaces. The reason this doesn't work is because if I try to buy here, it's already a -1, which means it has already been sold. So I will be buying to close or buying to open, whatever. It would mess up the other Iron Condor. So I can't do that specific price. So if we do the math, it's basically got to be 42. So let's see, how risky would this be? It's 32. It's a little too risky. So we might be stuck here. Because as you can see, this is 18. This is within our range, 16 to 30. But it's not going to be as profitable as if we didn't already have one made here. But I'm just showing for demonstration purposes. So bear in mind, it will be better than this. So, all right. So the other thing is use your head. Do we really think it's going to drop below 420? It's a little risky because it might. So, but we're not going to, like this is 29 delta. It's almost 30. It's as risky as we can get. And we're going to go 5 down here. I just counted that out, but you can also just, 5 minus 8 is 3. So 13 here, 413. Yep. 20. Anyway, so let's look at the actual thing here. This is not as good as I usually get. The usual spread you want is $200 max profit or more. 205, 207, 210. The reason this is so low is because of that top end part where we couldn't get a good price. Now, if we wanted to be risky, like I was saying before, and go a little bit outside our parameters, you'll see it's going to be closer to 200. And if we go super risky on top, and let's say, what is this? 32 delta, 32.9, so it's pretty risky. And we go to the 7, buy the 7. You can see that's a positive profit to loss, which is a little insane for an Iron Condor. We're starting to approach butterfly status. But anyway, I want to get to the cool stuff. So this is kind of the old reliable, 45 days to expiration, etc. So now for SPY, for the midterm, we're doing 10 days to expiration. So let's say today's the 19th. So essentially just go out 2 weeks. So, okay, next week, is there a 29? No, there's a 27. So we're going to actually start on this one for the and I just did one for this. So this is the 10 days to expiration, give or take, roughly 2 weeks. And I just bought this one, or sold this one, and it's a 25 delta. So let's say we're being a little bit, we're going to be a little bit frugal here. You can see, 22, a little less risky, and we're doing $3 wide, which is impossible to do. So I'll just show you the one I already made. You see on this side, it's already making $70. And once we go down to the puts, let's see. So we're looking for that 25 delta, 25 delta, good enough, 23 delta, 23.9, and we're going 3 wide. And you can see that's really nice. $118, 119 profit, max loss, 182 or 180, whatever. So that 120 to 180 split is plus or minus that. That's what we want. So that's the midterm, mid-length iron strategy. Now for the final act, which is 1, 2, 3. 3 market days, iron butterflies. So as you see, I already did one at 429, and it's really crushing it. So you come up here, and for the butterflies, it's really important that you do, 7. 7 up, 7 down. Yeah. And look at that huge profit to loss ratio. I'm not looking to make $400. I am looking to make $100 or $200. I don't think I have yet. I think the biggest one I took home was like $90. Because they're so volatile. See how small the spread is compared to the other ones? It's really not that big. So that's why it's only 3 days. Because after 1 day, you're looking to close. So let me show you an example. Right now, for some reason, look at this. I opened this today. It's already up $29, $28. They call it a 4-option strategy, even though it's literally a butterfly or an Iron Condor. It's just a super tight Iron Condor, which is what butterflies are. And anyway, so it's already profitable because the spread is perfect. You can see the break-even prices there. So if you look at the SPY break-even prices, we're right on target. It's right in the middle of our range. SPY is dropping a little bit, so it's getting closer than I'd like it to be to our 425 bottom break-even. But I'm not that worried because, the day is almost over. And then I'm trying to close it tomorrow at noon, give or take. I might close it earlier if the market starts to drop, but hopefully the market will kind of trend sideways and I won't have to close it early. But yeah, so now that I'm learning not to do anything super short term, everything is risk kind of mitigated. This is another one I made, so this is even longer ahead. This is a 4 days, but I think technically, 19th, so it's actually 5 days, but it's only because of the weekend gap. But anyway, so this one is probably going to be even better because it's still on target. Now, again, assuming SPY doesn't drop a lot. If it does, I close early. And I've had some losses, but they're not that bad. And then I more than make up for it. So I think officially the Iron Condor strategies are almost foolproof the way that I'm doing them. The 10 days to expiration, I don't think I've had a loss on a single one of those. And the 45 days, I have not. But everything shorter than that, and I've experimented with at least 10 to 30 of those. Most of them are fine, but they hardly make any money. But the ones that lose, it's like really disappointing. The iron flies have been a massive success. So what I was going to show you, obviously today has been really crazy, up and down, up and down. But in general, I'm up 428 this week. That's almost entirely because of iron flies, but it's also because of a few Iron Condors, the 10 days that are coming in. So, it takes 2 weeks for them to mature, but it's worth it. The 10 days Iron Condors are a really good midterm strategy, and then the long-term 45 to expiration. Those two alone are awesome, So I'm going to keep creating a chain of each of those so that the maturity rate is higher, and every day I'm cashing in those 10-day Iron Condors, and then once a week I'm cashing in a big Iron Condor. The butterflies, that's not 100%. I'm not sure about it. It's a little sketchy, but it's been incredibly good so far. I'm not doing directional iron flies, even though that's what our man at Trading 5 Talents does. I know he's got a lot of calculations on there. I'm doing this more organically and kind of intuitively, and it's been really successful. But what I found that works better, especially now, is the neutral iron fly, 3 days expiration, which can turn into 5 with the weekend gap, but it's 3 days, market days, 3 market days. That's been really good. And so I'm going to keep doing those when I have the extra cash. Right now you can see I'm at 433 buying power. I'm trying not to go below 500, so that was mainly because I just saw an opportunity. But tomorrow I'm going to probably cash in 1 or 2 of these, and I'll have, a couple hundred to play with. So, all right, keep it real, guys. Peace.